Well, good morning and welcome to another edition of the Word for You Today, this Friday weekend edition. Today it's part 3 of our series on Be an Exhorter. In Deuteronomy chapter 1, we're retelling the story of Moses and the journey of the Israelites. And at this point, Moses knows he's not going to the promised land. But verse 38 says, "But your assistant, Joshua, son of Nun, will enter it. Encourage him, because he will lead Israel to inherit it." So if you missed the first 2 parts of this series, you can catch them on the Village Church Facebook page and get all caught up on the whole series on Be an Exhorter. But today, when it comes to being an exhorter, we want to observe 2 things. Number 1, exhortation is a neglected gift. No ministry is more needed in the church today as that of encouragement. It's so easy to find discouragement and so difficult to find encouragement, even in the church. You know, a lot of churches have a de facto cold water committee, which is always ready to tell you why something isn't going to work or point out how some programs always go wrong. And they seem to talk louder and longer than the encouragers, which leads us to the second point, and that is that exhortation is a needed gift. You know, we are extremely blessed to have leaders who are exhorters. When you look at all of the missions that we support, so many of them came from ideas that people in the church proposed as a good idea and then were encouraged by leadership to run with. Can we do something for children around the world? Enter Operation Christmas Child. Can we help feed local families? Let's partner with a local food bank. Didn't Jesus say to help those in prison? Enter Kairos Prison Ministries. And what about helping school children? A 6th grader starts a closet fund that is now nearing $40,000 in assistance to local schools over the past 5 years. You can even include Dang Arja, the pastor in Thailand that we support, who came to us on a crazy idea from someone who was trying to get him over here to study English and to learn more about how to share the gospel. And what an impact that idea has had. Now, no matter how well things may be going, or how well someone looks on the outside, every single one of us can use some encouragement. In fact, encouragement is so important that the whole church is to be involved in it. Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 and 25 remind us, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching." Church is a place where people should be picked up, not knocked down. So we need to encourage people, even when they don't need it, instead of waiting until they do. If you wait too long, your encouragement may be too late. So don't wait until something good happens to speak an encouraging word. Make it a regular practice. "But I don't know what to say," you protest. Ask God for wisdom, and you'll get it. In Isaiah chapter 50, verse 4, Isaiah proclaims, "The sovereign Lord has given me a well-instructed tongue, to know the word that sustains the weary. He wakens me morning by morning, wakens my ear to listen like one being instructed." And you know what? What God did for Isaiah, he can do for each of us as well. And that's the word for you today. So be an exhorter. As a side note, thank you to all of you who have encouraged us and prayed for us and offered us help during our ongoing bout with COVID. We are working hard at getting better and hope to be back in the office by the end of next week. You are all a blessing to us, and keep those prayers coming because we certainly need them, and we love you. We are so thankful to have the option of joining you all in worship online again this weekend. What a blessing it is to be together, even when we are forced to be apart. So thanks to all the folks on our tech team who make this possible. Finally, no youth group activities until Sunday, August 22nd, as our youth leaders and their families continue to deal with COVID. So please be praying for our students, teachers, and staff as they begin school next Monday, and especially pray for those at Tocoy Creek High School as they open with construction workers still on site. We hope to see you at worship this Sunday, and we love you, church. Have a great weekend.